Today we are on the Golf GTI, and as I mentioned in the previous video, I have actually uploaded a stage 1 file to it. So in today's video we are going to be doing some figures to see what the stage 1 is like, and also I'm going to show you all the parts that I've got ready for our stage 3 build, and then exactly what we're doing next. So actually one sec, I've just got to show you the RS6. It looks so sweet clean. I've been looking at it all day. The wheels have actually come out really nice, but it just looks epic. So yeah, I'm just waiting for my suspension parts to turn up on that before we can do some more bits to it. So onto the Golf. Right, so at the minute, in the last video we had some hardware bits done. So we've got our forged carbon intake. I've also fitted our RS3 coil packs and RS7 spark plugs. That is all I've done, I believe, modification wise. We've also got a forge intake pipe as well, and I've just got V-Power in it. So that is the only performance hardware we've got at the moment. So right now, because I've got a Litco turbo, I spoke to Dan at Litco, and he uses Devil Developments. They do all their mapping, etc., and they are based down near Brighton. Now for me that's like a 3-hour drive, and I spoke to them as well, and they had a 3 to 4 week wait list. Other tuners are similar. I was looking at a minimum month wait just to get a stage 3 map. Now I didn't intend to go stage 1 because I knew I was going stage 3, so I was like, well, what's the point wasting money going stage 1? We can just go straight to stage 3. So I wasn't intending to do it, but after I got a month waiting list, and I'm a very impatient person anyway, and I just thought, I can't be asked to wait a month. So I was actually on Litco's website just having a look, and I saw the handheld tool. Now that's just a handheld tool that is basically a remapping device, and I spoke to Dan at Litco because he does all the maps for Devil Developments as well, and he's like, yeah, no worries, I can send you one of those out. We can load a stage 1 map on it, we can load stage 2, stage 3, whatever map you want to load on it, we can do it. I can just send it to you in the post. You can download the files online, plug it into your car, and you can map the car yourself. So I was like, well, hang about, that's a much better idea. I can get the device tomorrow, I can load a stage 1 map on it, I can do some figures, I can just have a little bit of a play around and show you, basically take you along for the ride as well. So I'll just show you exactly what it is. So this is what it is. Look, it's just a little handheld tool with an OBD plug it into the OBD, and whatever map you've downloaded from the computer, you can upload it to the car. So for me, I don't have to travel anywhere, and because I'm lazy, and I can have it straight away. So that was a much better idea for me. So that is what we did. And the other good thing about it is, which I think will be interesting for you guys as well, is it will be kind of like a live mapping. So I've already uploaded a stage 1 file to the car, but it is a base map. So what it means is basically everything's tamed right down to the minimum settings, and then it's what you'd normally do when you live map a car anyway. You'd start with a base map, and then you go on the rolling road, you'd take all your readings, and then you would increase the boost, increase injection timing, etc., to increase the power for that particular car, and that is how you then tweak the map to suit the specific car you're working on to gain the extra horsepower. So at the minute I'm just running a completely base stage 1 map. It hasn't been tweaked or anything, and the interesting thing, what we can do is, because I'm going stage 3, I'm not going to bother tweaking a stage 1 map. This is no point, because we're going to be getting rid of it pretty much straight away. So what we're going to do is, when we put the hybrid on, we're going to put the stage 3 map on, and then we're going to live tune it. I'll take you out, we'll do some figures, we'll get some figures, we'll send them over to Dan. He can then tweak the map, send me another map, upload it to the car, and we can basically essentially live map the car like that. Now I just want to give a big thanks to today's sponsor, which is Y-Food. Now for those of you who don't know, Y-Food is a meal replacement shake or powder, not to be confused with a diet drink. They can replace any meal throughout the day as part of your balanced diet, and they contain 26 different vitamins and minerals. They are lacto-free, they are gluten-free, they are healthy, good for you, they can keep you full for between 3 and 5 hours. They contain up to 400 to 500 calories in per serving as well. And they're perfect for people always on the go, don't have time to stop and have lunch, like myself, always in the workshop or out driving, so they're really handy to take with me or keep in the workshop where I can have and don't have to worry about eating junk food either. So I really do like using them, guys. If you haven't used YFood before, I do recommend the starter pack. So if you just click the link in my description, head over to YFood's website, use my discount code, which is salvage10, enter that at the checkout, and I'll give you an additional 10% off, guys. And also check out that new flavour, which is peanut butter, which again is really nice. So a massive thanks to YFood for sponsoring today's video. So yeah, I thought that'd be quite interesting for you as well. Obviously, when I'm going out and getting some figures, getting some data on the car, that I'll take you out with me for that as well, and then we can send them off, get them back, and tweak the map slightly once it's stage 3. So I thought that'd be quite a cool idea. Now, as I just say, it's got a base stage 1 at the moment. I have driven it. It does feel faster than a standard Golf R. So Dan did say this should be about 300 horsepower, but I think it's more. I'm thinking it's nearer 320, just because it just feels a lot quicker than a standard manual Golf R. So we are going to go out, we are going to do some Dragy figures today as well, but before we do, I'll show you exactly what I've got that's going stage 3. Right, so in addition to the parts that are already fitted to the car, we have an Autotech high pressure fuel pump. We will be fitting that in the next video. We have 4 MPI injectors. These are the secondary injectors, which I believe are in the inlet manifold. These are basically, so you don't have to upgrade the standard direct injection injectors. We upgrade the MPI port direct injectors instead to a much bigger volume, and then we can map them in to provide the additional fuel required for the stage 3. And then we have our adapter looms for these injectors as well. I believe these are 980cc, but I don't actually know what the standard ones are. I've also got, this is nothing to do with hardware or power, but I've got a steering wheel cover, which is like matte carbon with Alcantara, and I will be trying to fit that myself. I might go for it tonight and then show you the results tomorrow. What else have we got? We've got our turbo here. So this is a Litco L500. It is an IS38, which you would find standard on a Golf R or Audi S3, and it is now a hybrid, so it is now been ported, a lot bigger compressor and turbine, and that is capable of up to 500 horsepower. And we've also got a muffler delete here as well. The actuator, I'm hoping and I think, is the same one that's on my standard IS20, and I can just swap them over, and we'll have to set that up as well. So again, that'll be in the next video. So we got those, and the other thing we've got here, ignore the Porsche rear lights, we have our full exhaust system from Cobra. This is a DCAT system, but it is resonated to help try and combat some of the loud noise. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. So we have a full exhaust system to fit as well. I am already linked up to Dragy, so I will get in position and we shall go. And also, I forgot to add, it's not performance enhancing, but obviously I've got my RTS clutch, which is capable of up to 440 feet of torque, and Golf R manual, I don't know if it's automatic, if they're the same, but flywheel as well. Now you may hear a slight noise. I've got a bit of a top mount issue. I think it's just a bit dry. I think it just squeaks. You may be able to hear it already. It's just a squeaking top mount. It is actually quite annoying. Right, we're just coming up to the bit where I'm going to do it. Now, let me know in the comments, what do you expect the car to achieve on these 3 runs that we're going to do? Now, I don't expect much of a difference on the 0 to 60 because I'm not going to really have that much grip. So I'll be lucky if I even get 6. Quarter mile, I'm expecting. Yeah, well, anyway, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Be interesting to see how different everyone thinks it can be. Ready? This is no grip. Try and feather it. So time, floored it, just wheel spun, nothing. No, didn't even bother. Second time, I even lost a steering wheel control in that. Flew and hit me in the, well, there it is. There you go, steering wheel control. Put that back on. It's because I'm missing my volume button, so there's nothing holding that one in. But that second one felt a lot better. I kind of feathered first gear, didn't let it wheel spin, and then put my foot down second. That felt quicker. Whether it was or not, I will find out, or we will find out in a couple of seconds. Right, so I've got some interesting figures. So the first time that I did the 0 to 60 with traction on, horrendous. I got a 6.99, which is actually slower than stock. So obviously I run it again, traction off, I feathered first gear, minimized wheel slip, and I managed a 6.4, which when you convert it to 60 miles an hour, that's actually a 6.2 to 60. So forget what it should be, it's a 0.3 of a second better, so that's about what I'd expect, to be fair. Quarter mile, so I got stock, the best I got was a 14.69 at 150 kilometers an hour. Now the best I've got just then with traction off was better. I got a 14.1, so it's just over half a second quicker to the quarter mile, but it was 21 kilometers an hour quicker at the quarter mile. So I'll put the graph up for you there. Just back to the 0 to 60 quickly. You can clearly see where my problem is. If you look at the graph, you can see I've changed gear. I've had to change into third just before 60, which is really hampering the 0 to 60 time. Now, I don't know if when we get the stage 3 put on it, we can increase the rev range a little bit, and I might be able to get to 60 without changing into third. I don't know, but that would probably knock off near on half a second if I could do that. Now, the interesting one, which I am massively surprised about, is the 100 to 200. Let's just go on to it. So what I was getting before, 18.74 was the quickest, and I have just done, with a stage 1, 12.67 100 to 200. Now, that's over 6 seconds quicker, which is absolutely mental. Just to give you a bit of a comparison, my dad's got an Audi RS4, the B9 TDI, so, and he's got a tuning box on it as well, so that's got about 380 brake horsepower and 800 newton meters of torque. I've just done a 100 to 200 on that just to compare it, and it's half a second slower. It got a 13.21. So this is quicker than a 380 brake horsepower diesel S4. 100 to 200. That is how quick this is, stage 1, and it felt it as well. It felt quicker. So now I'm thinking, I've probably already put it in the title of this video, I want to take my RS4 out, because that should be quicker. It should be a quicker 0 to 60, quicker quarter mile. 100 to 200, probably not, but I want to find out. Now this is going to be a bit weird, because it's the first time I'd have ever proper hammered the engine, so I haven't done a launch control on it since I've rebuilt it, so I think we're going to go for it. We're going to go for a launch. I'm going to test the RS4, see if it can beat this to 100 to 200. I'm interested. Right, I've just jumped in the RS4. Now, I haven't done an update on this car for a while, because obviously putting miles on it, and I wanted to do like a 500 mile update. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm not 100 miles off. So there will be an update coming on this car soon before it gets sold. And this is actually going to be the first time I'm going to have recorded any data with it at all. I haven't, although I've driven the engine hard, I've never launched it. So it'll be interesting. This will be the first time I actually get some figures. And hopefully, obviously, I just hope that they match what the stock figures should be. So make sure she's nice and warm. She sounds good. You ain't beating that sound. That sounds so good. Right. I have just tried to put this into launch control mode, and it just won't do it. I have a nightmare with Audis trying to get them into launch control mode. they are an absolute nightmare to get into. So it should work, bet it don't. Oh, it does work. Just did a 4-wheel power slide. Well, that was the first time I've launched it, the first time I've redlined it to that many gears, and she performed absolutely sweet. This is such a sweet engine. Well, that was a very Larry launch. It didn't launch very well at all. It is wet, and I did 4-wheel drift sideways a little bit, so the quarter-mile 0 to 60 was a bit rubbish. However, I did pop over to the airfield and get 100 to 200 though, and so the 0 to 60, although quicker than the Golf Gti, is still 5.5. I mean, this should be 4.5. In the dry with a proper hookup, it would have been fine, but yeah, it, as I say, got a bit sideways, wheel spun quite a bit. So yeah, 5.5, quarter-mile, 13.2, did I do 2? No, 13.2, so again, it's probably a second slower than what it should be. However, the trap speed at that was 5 kilometers an hour faster than the Golf. So I suppose it's fairly even there. But the 100 to 200, yeah, it was quicker than the Golf. So it was 1.1 seconds, 100 to 200 quicker than the Stage 1 GTI. So it's just a little bit slower than this at the minute. I feel like, I don't know what the stock figures for this car are, 100 to 200, but I feel like that was pretty good. 11.5 for a standard car. I feel that was pretty good, considering this is an old, heavy, no torque. It's quicker than my dad's S4 with a tuning box on anyway. So yeah, happy with those figures. Yeah, so I'm happy with the Golf Sat. Right, I've just popped back inside because it's started to rain outside. That is the end for today's video, guys. So it's a very good comparison video to see where the Stage 1 base map GTI is at compared with the RS4, my dad's S4 diesel with a tuning box on. So yeah, really happy with where the Golf's at. And I also forgot to say I've got a 4-bar map sensor which is on my bench. Actually, I forgot to put it over there. So in the next video of the Golf, guys, we will be cracking on. The turbo, the exhaust will all be going on and things will be moving, and then we can get our base map loaded on and start playing with the mapping on the Golf. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, please do subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram at saving_salvage.